What's good, YouTube? I'm Robert with the Crosscut Creations channel. Today I want to do a quick unboxing of a new tool that I got in my shop. First, a little background. I have all of this to turn coming up for a craft show at the end of November, and I know this seems a little early, but I'm a one-man band. I'm kind of my own show, so I figure if I get an early start, that's less I have to do once it gets a little closer to showtime. That way I can focus my efforts on other things that come up. And today I wanted to talk about a tool unboxing that I'm going to do. This initially came up because I have the big Harbor Freight 12 by 33 and a half or 34, whatever that one is. I have that lathe, and it comes with a tool rest that's about 12 inches long. I don't know how well you can see that, but this tool rest is about 12 inches long. Well, I've turned some slimline pens, and I've turned a few other things. I've turned some seam rippers, and I'm starting to get into different kits like Wall Street 2s and kits like, what do you call them, the toothpick holders and the key rings and some of the decorative things that are going to be good for Christmas gifts and things. And honestly, this tool rest right here, it works great when you're doing bigger projects, but when I'm doing pens and especially the Wall Street 2s and the seam rippers and the smaller things like that, it's just too big, and I'm not able to get the tool rest close to the part that I need to turn. So I decided to go to Woodcraft and pick up these guys. Here is a post, and here is a 4-inch tool rest. I picked up this post. Let me see if I can center it there. And then I also picked up the 4-inch modular tool rest bar. And today I want to unbox those for you. So let's head over to the lathe and get these unboxed. Okay, we are over at the lathe, and I want to show you guys what I'm talking about having a tool rest that's too big. When I put my tool rest into the holder here, I can lock it down and it's ready to go, but I don't know how well the camera's going to pick this up. When I go to move the tool rest, if I'm doing something smaller like this pen, I can't effectively get close to the piece that I'm working on because I have it catches here, it also catches over here, and I can't actually get any closer than where I'm at right here. So that's the main reason I wanted to get a smaller tool rest, because I want to be able to get close to the workpiece. I've blown a few pens apart, and I don't know that it was because of the tool rest being too big, but I do think it was a contributing factor. So that's why I wanted to get the smaller tool rest. So let's go ahead and take this tool rest out, and I'm going to set that aside. Let's unbox the tool rest. Right now we have the post right here. Here it is, the Nova threaded tool rest. Let's go ahead and unbox this. Comes in this package here. I'm gonna undo the package, and it comes in this, has this bag that's got some grease on it. Take it out of the bag. Here's the post, here's the thread where the tool rest is gonna sit on, and then here's the post as it is. And let's put it in the tool rest and see what happens. Okay, so it appears that this 1-inch post is just barely too big for what I thought was this 1-inch hole. So I'm gonna have to do some research. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can find out, and I'll be back to share with you guys what I found out. Okay guys, after doing some research, I found out that apparently the hole that I thought was 1 inch here was actually 25 millimeters and not a true inch. So it was suggested that there were a few people who used a 1-inch bit just to clear out this hole and make this 25 millimeter hole a 1-inch hole. So I went ahead and did that off camera. So now I have my post, and I'm going to put it in here, and it slides right in. But now I have another issue because I have this post here. I haven't put the tool rest on, and my tool rest is already almost above, or this post is almost above my workpiece. So I'm not entirely sure how to combat that. If you guys have any ideas on how to do that, let me know, because I'm kind of at a loss right now because I don't have the metal cutting capabilities. I don't know if it just makes sense to take a metal cutting saw and maybe cut this post a little short or something. Let me know in the comments. But moving on, there's the post. I have that figured out now. And the nice thing, even though I did make this hole 1 inch instead of 25 millimeters, it is nice, and 25 millimeters is so close to 1 inch that I'm able to swap out the tool rest. So if I'm doing something small, I can put this one in, I can take it out, I can put in my other tool rest, and it doesn't really, you know, it works. So if we put this back in here, the difference between 25 millimeters and 1 inch is so small, it's almost aggravating. But at the same time, it was enough that it made this post not fit, so I had to do something. But now if we actually go ahead and move on, we're gonna open up the Nova modular tool rest bar 4 inch. So if we open this up, let's see here. It flips open here. There we go. If we open this up, here is the tool rest itself. It comes in this box with a little bit of packing tape. I'm going to set this box over here for a minute. Here's the tool rest. It comes in a little baggie. We're going to take this out of the bag, and here's the actual tool rest. It's going to sit right here like so. Let me see if I can adjust this just a bit. There we go. It's going to sit right there on the threads, but again, this is too tall, so I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this piece here. So I'm going to take this out for a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and thread this piece onto here. It seems very well built. It seems very sturdy. So there we have the put together tool rest. I'm going to set this post in here just like this. And as you can see, it's covering up my workpiece here. So I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. So there you can see kind of a better angle a little bit. Overall, I'm glad I have the smaller tool rest. I was able to solve the one problem. Let me see if I can get this to focus down just a tad here. I was able to solve this by drilling out instead of 25 millimeters, drilling it out to 1 inch. It worked flawlessly, so thank you guys for suggesting that in the post that I made. And then now I just have to figure out how to make this a little shorter. So again, if you guys have any ideas, please leave them in the comments, because I really do, upon initial impressions, I really like this. Again, this is not a review of the tool rest. This is just an unboxing. I've literally never actually used this tool. Me taking it out of the box in in this video is the first time I've seen this. So initial impressions, I like it. I just have to figure out how to make this shorter, because there's a bar underneath my lathe that allows the tool rest, the base of the tool rest here, to lock down. So that's what's hitting it. I don't know how to deal with it, so I do need suggestions on that. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me on this one. It wasn't a build video, but it was a tool that I desperately needed. I'm hoping to figure out how to make it work for my situation very soon, because I'm going to have a craft show coming up and I need to start turning a lot of smaller things. And the sooner I can get that figured out, the better off we'll be. So if you like this video, make sure you comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell for the notifications. That way you'll get notified every time I put out a video and you won't miss another one. And we'll see you next time.